What's going on, guys? Squeebs and crew back with a brand new video.
We're back,
It's the
baby.
duo NBA playoffs. We're back where we were a year ago last year. This is where it started. We had an
Mm-hmm.
episode last week. Went over kind of how this was gonna go, and it was kind of the week before playoffs started. The games didn't matter. Now they matter. Everything is set and ready to roll. And we had
Love
we
it.
had we had two first playing games last night.
I think they went exactly how you said they were going to go.
Yeah, I yesterday was, I think, and I texted someone this morning, was the easiest NBA slate I've ever been a part of. And that was Tuesday. The plan started Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. It's probably won't go out until the end of the week. Before I'm gonna put this out right before the actual playoffs start.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had Tuesday plans. It was Cleveland, Brooklyn, and it was around 9.5. The line was for Brooklyn. I just knew that the Brooklyn's defense is so bad. It didn't matter. I knew they were going to win the game, but kind of towards the end of the game, you saw them be sluggish. You saw them just bow down defensively, and they won by what, 5 or 6, I think it was. I don't remember.
They started hitting late threes to cover the spread. We
Yeah,
love that.
yeah,
Great teams.
yeah.
Great
Good teams
teams.
win. Great teams cover, and Cavs covered. And I think the Cavs
Should be worried.
No, I actually think the Cavs are in a good spot. I actually think they're getting Jared Allen back potentially for this next game. I think they should be able to take care of the Hawks or
say either team for now, because we'll get into who they may play.
Yeah, I think they should be able to take care of the Hawks or Hornets. I think I would go Cavs. But we'll see. I don't know. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I do, however, think the other game, Timberwolves Clippers. I don't want to give you time to interrupt or whatever. The Timberwolves are going to beat the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh no, I'm already on that.
Okay. That was my big.
When they ever would talk about it, it was like I watched the NBA TNT and Charles and them were like, yeah, I think they're going to beat the Grizzlies, and Kenny's like, no. I'm like, wait a minute.
I think they're going to beat the Grizzlies. I think they're going to beat the Grizzlies.
What's your reason why they're going to beat the Grizzlies? Because we're going to have two different reasons.
This is why I think they're going to beat the Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies are a team that I thought all season where it's like, and this is another conversation, the Ja Morant most improved player thing's a joke. Ja Morant was doing that last year. So how is he most improved player? If anyone's the most improved player, it's Jordan Poole. That's end of conversation. So I'll say that there. The Grizzlies, I think, are going to struggle to score the basketball. And against a team like that, with D'Angelo Russell and now Karl-Anthony Towns, that was perfect because now he's got the hunger to be.
Right. The only reason why I switched to the Grizzlies. He's going to be pissed off the whole time.
And I think we've got primetime D'Lo in a setting of a playoff setting that he's never really been a part of.
Yeah, but you see that interview last night?
Which one? Because there's a couple of interviews that I want to talk about from last night.
All right, the one directly after the game, he was the most humble after the game. After the game, he was the most humble. He was the most headstrong. He's like,
also, I don't let them celebrate. Who cares? The people that are saying that they were like champions, okay, cool. And then they had the mindset to be champions. So let them go and be champions. I think they're going to go beat the Grizzlies. I think offensively they're a better team, and I think they're more hungrier than Grizzlies are. I think the Grizzlies are riding a high that isn't gonna last.
I'll give you one better. Game 1, Timberwolves upset, close game, baby by 3. Game 1.
I think Timberwolves win game 1 too. I think that's kind of how it starts. I think if they don't win game 1, I think we're in a bit of an issue.
They got to see it.
But moving on,
I can't believe we're starting off like this.
I was ready to be like, oh, he's gonna be all over me. That was my one big thing I came this morning and thought of. That's Celtics Nets 7-2 series. The Boston Celtics played their starters the last game of the season to get this second seed to play the Brooklyn Nets. They knew what they were getting themselves into. They knew they're gonna come play Brooklyn. Come on now, they didn't think Cleveland was gonna win.
Would you rather get to Brooklyn later or now?
I don't think it matters. And I think the Celtics playing their starters said, all right, let's play.
I think the Celtics wanted the route of we want to be if we want to be a champion, we want to beat the people we know.
And I wrote down after the Nets beat the Cavs.
Like they want to beat the teams that they know like should have been champions. They know Nets had championship aspirations. They know Bucks second round most likely championship aspiration. They know Sixers. If you look at that side of that they fell onto, even though the Raptors swept them and it's going to be a tough series looking for championship aspirations, they beat those three teams. They know they deserve to be in the finals.
I wrote a couple things down here after the Nets beat the Cavs last night for this morning to look back on. One,
Kyrie Irving's a hooper.
Kyrie Irving will get booed the first game.
That's 100% going to happen. That's going to happen, but that's fueling his fire. That's not what you want.
Number 2.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving will not score more than 30 points in either game in the Celtics series.
Cap.
Number 3, the Celtics will win this series in 6 games. Number 4, give me the Celtics at the minus 120 money line to win the series. And number 5, Brooklyn's got no shot. Brooklyn's got
all those 5 things, all those 4 things I can understand, I can agree with, I can talk to you about it. But the 5th one, you gotta slow the eye. They ain't got no shot words. Like they do have the top 3 talent in the world. And y'all have a top 10 talent in the world.
Charles Barkley called me this morning.
Not Sir Charles?
Yeah.
The round mound or rebound?
Called me this morning. He said,
what do you want?
Guarantee that Brooklyn will not win a game in Boston this series. Not one game in Boston this series. Guaranteed.
Oh man, I want to be on the other side of you right now, but I'm gonna let you have this one because you gotta think. Midway through the season, we knew that Kyrie wasn't going to be playing away games. So you're getting 4 Kyrie away games in Boston. That's what they wanted, man. And now you're saying guarantee they don't win none of those potential 4 games now? Ooh. What was the season series like? What was that?
What do you mean?
I think was it like split or was it just one-sided?
What was the season series?
Yeah.
I would love to tell you.
You had it.
They won 1 game.
Okay.
They won 1 game. In that 1 game, there was no Marcus Smart. There was no Daniel Tice. And Jaylen Brown played on the injured ankle and played under 30 minutes. And they won the game. But they didn't win any other games. So yeah, maybe Kyrie Irving didn't play a couple games or whatever, but that ain't my problem. You play with what you got. And what the Nets got, they got 2 guys. They got Kevin Durant and they got Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
That's it.
And they're going to have Ben Simmons.
Okay. Are they going to have who?
Ben Simmons.
Who's that?
A 6'10" point guard that doesn't have to shoot all.
Playing, Marcus. Get out of here. You saw him on the sidelines last night? How many times
Smiling.
they show him? How many times they show him?
Smiling.
He's not playing.
Smiling.
He's not playing Friday. He's not playing Sunday.
Oh man, I'm just saying,
So what you're telling me is you got Nets money line?
Never said that.
So who do you got winning the series? Who's gonna win the series?
Ben Simmons plays Nets in 6. No Ben Simmons, y'all win in 7.
Okay.
I mean, so I'm leaning like I
mean, okay. Enough of the antics. I'm done with my jokes and whatever. I'm finished.
Who do I think?
I had to do that for a little bit. Here's my thing, Marcus. Seriously, Kyrie Irving. Here's my thing.
He went 9 for 9 in the first quarter, like first half. 20 points, 9 for 9.
I'm thankful.
Efficient, unstoppable basketball.
I'm glad you just said that because you're like talking for me. He went what?
9 for 9.
9 for 9. They both went off last night. You're telling me he went off? They both probably played perfect games. They beat Cleveland by 5 with no Jared Allen and no Colin Sexton. They don't have Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. They don't got nothing close to that. Marcus, they don't have. I do not see how Brooklyn can win this series in 7 games.
Offensively,
They're gonna have to both drop 40
offensively
every night.
okay, they're built for that. Offensively, it's 2v2. Offensively, we know Celtics top defense. By all means, top notch. We know that.
Here's the thing, Marcus. The Celtics have 2 unbelievable two-way players.
Yes.
The Nets don't have that.
No.
But also, the Celtics not only have that, but they can go 2v2 with Kyrie and Kevin Durant, while also having Marcus Smart guard one of them for them, while Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum are on the side, taking breathers, getting down early. The Nets can't do that. They don't have the players to do that.
The Nets, we know the Nets are built to score. We need to get 130. We win the game, right? We know that's more likely their way of winning, right?
They didn't score 130 last night. They scored 110, 111, and they played perfect games. I actually truly, the antics are over. It's going to be difficult, truly, for the Nets to get to 100 against the Celtics. I mean that. I think the Nets, the only way they win this series is if they play defense. And they can't do that. If they somehow become this incredibly defensive team and if I was a Nets fan, truly, if I was a Nets fan, I would help them out. They should be starting Claxton, because that guy is someone I could be kind of scared of. I mean, he's quick, he's fast, he's big, he's tall, can rebound, and get out in the fast break. I don't think Aldridge or any of those guys can do that for them in this series.
I personally, this is how I think the Nets defense is going to play.
God, I'm fired up.
I know you are. All right, this is how I think their defense is going to play. It's probably going to be somewhat close, if not to accurate. I mean, 100% spot on. They are going to play 1 through 3 like they've been playing. 4 is going to be like, all right, we're going to buckle down. They're going to score points in the fourth quarter. Let's make it like the All-Star game. We can't let them get to 24. They're going to play it possession by possession. Like, all right, they got 15 points this half. We got 16. They can't score the next one. Let's get to 17. All right, we're up 3. That's how they're going to play defensively. They're not going to be able to somewhat guard Jason Tatum. Not possible. We know that's not possible anymore. Jason Tatum's the bucket. Jaylen Brown, he's also a bucket. They're not going to be able to guard that either. But if we play possession by possession, if they get a miss, and the off chance Jason Tatum misses a shot, we have to score on the other end. Yeah. And that for them is a good defensive possession. That's how they're going to play.
I mean,
that's why I am leaning towards the Celtics with, hey, in 7 games, you can get rid of Kevin Durant.
I will say.
But if Ben Simmons plays in 6 games, that means the fourth quarter, Tatum has to not only work harder, have to deal with Ben Simmons bodying him, rebounding, all that stuff. Because who's Jason Tatum going to guard?
Here's the thing, Marcus. Here's the thing. I think if Ben Simmons does play at some point, he's not playing the first 2 games. That's kind of already been said, whatever. If he somehow plays the 3rd, 4th game, whatever, he's only playing 15 minutes. Like you're kind of talking. I get a lot of the points you've made. I understand that. You're kind of talking like it's Ben Simmons for 2019. It's just not. He hasn't played in a year and a half. He's not going to play that many minutes.
He should be the freshest motherfucker out there. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Dude, Stephen A. Smith said it better than anybody today. What has he been doing? Where did he hurt his back? Did he slip in the bath, slip in the shower? Was he getting?
That's what I'm saying. He should be. I need 30. If you can't give me 30 now, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we're not playing. They're not playing for next year. They're supposed to be playing for now. We need you right now. Kevin Durant is looking at him like, hey, we got you for right effing now. I need you out there. I need you guard Tatum so I don't have to guard Tatum. So then I can score 50 and Tatum doesn't score 50. Like, the Nets, that's the worst part about it. The Nets have no excuses to lose
No,
at
they
all.
don't. But
that's why I'm like, why can't I choose the Nets? Because the Celtics are going there like, we have all this, not scared of you. And then in 7 games, we're gonna be like, well, Nets just had just a bad season like the Lakers did.
Listen to what Steve Nash
Sorry.
said.
Sorry.
To know what the hell you were doing that you hurt your back. You ain't played since last June. What were you doing? What the hell happened, Kendrick Perkins, Jay Williams? Was he riding up the turnpike on I-95 with a car that was a bit rough around the edges, hit a pothole, and tweaked his damn back? What the hell happened? I want to know what happened. You haven't played a minute, a second since last June. That is 10 months. You ain't touched a damn basketball in an official capacity. Did you slip in the tub? Did you slip in the tub? Was you getting your groove on and tweak your hip?
He really went in. I mean, he's not wrong. He's right. Like, where is he doing, man? Like, just play basketball. We want you out there. I want you out there.
I just don't think he's gonna play, man. But
that's so stupid. Don't pitch count.
I think if anyone got anything out of this conversation, you're on the Nets kind of. You think the Nets gonna win? I think the Celtics gonna win.
I mean, no, I told you.
Which makes me a little sad. Which makes me kind of upset because I expected to come in here today.
I said y'all in 7.
Yes, you said that y'all in 7, but I expected to come in here today, sit down, get down for work, and for us to honestly completely agree on the series. Because
we do. You know, and I know if Simmons doesn't play.
I will say though, last thing on this game, Robert Williams played in the series. We win this in probably 4 or 5.
6. Y'all still got 6. It's a close 6.
That would be
it's a close
Kevin
6.
Durant's biggest nightmare.
Yeah, because he can't go. He can't go.
He can't go to the post. No, he can't. But we'll see. All right, so Celtics 7-2 matchup game 1 is 3:30 on Sunday. I'll be freaking locked in for that game.
We're gonna be locked in for all these games. What are we talking about?
But that game more than anything. All right, so we've got Bulls and Bucks as well in the Eastern Conference.
Sad, but the Bulls they had a great season.
Yeah, they got a bad draw here.
Hey, bounce back year. Wait, man, make it to the playoffs. DeMar DeRozan, great season, bro.
I will say though, I am getting to the Bucks here in the series, but I wouldn't be surprised if this can be a close one.
They get a game, maybe two.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I'll say.
No. I mean, it's also warranted. It's warranted.
I don't got much for this series though. I got to see a couple games play out. I
think we're both leaning Bucks there though, right?
Yeah, we're leaning Bucks. I like the Bucks here. Raptors, Sixers, another one.
Where you going? Because I'm glad. I'll hop on this. I'll hop on this one easily.
So there's a couple things about this series. And one of them is if the Raptors can make their threes, then I expect the Raptors to be in the series. Do I think the Raptors can win it? No. I truly don't. And the reason I say that is because the Raptors just don't have anyone to guard Embiid. That's kind of where it pans out. As much as I don't like the Sixers, they just don't have anyone to face off with Embiid. I think this series goes 6-7, but I just think the Sixers are going to win it. And I say that because it's kind of the way I feel. I'm trying to think largely. I thought last night about these. It's kind of the way I thought about the Duke thing. Is everyone's picking the Raptors to beat the Sixers, and it's gonna be pretty easy. But I think the Raptors will get a game or two at home. But I think the Sixers are just more talented. It's kind of how I feel about it.
I honestly agree with you with everything you said. But when you can't beat a team not at all during the season, it just worries me. And the Sixers are depending on James Harden. And the last few weeks, he's been shaky. So,
yeah,
for the sake of our dear friend we know and love, I'm going to switch my answer. I've been on the Raptors the whole time. But you're exactly right. It's just like the Duke situation. 76ers in 5.
Yeah, I like the Sixers. I think they'll get past this round. So we've got so you could Nets, Celtics, whatever. I got Celtics. We both got the Bucks.
Have Celtics. I have Celtics in
All right.
7, and
So
you know my stipulation unless Ben Simmons plays.
All right, so I got Celtics in 6. You have them in 7. I've got Bucks in 6. You got Bucks in.
I'll go 5. I'll go 5.
I got Sixers in 6, and then we're unsure right now at this moment in time what the 8-1 matchup will be. Cleveland moved on for Friday night's game. And then we have Hornets and Hawks tonight. I've already put out. I got Hornets plus 5.5. I think the Hornets can win this game.
Okay, I'm all day. I thought about this. I'm with you.
I think the Hornets can win this game because Trae Young, if he is not Trae Young, I think the Hawks are in very, very, very big trouble. And the reason I say that is because the Hornets play at one of the fastest pace in the league. And without John Collins, the Hawks just don't move that quickly. They don't get out in a hurry. And if they don't get in a hurry, the Hornets will take advantage of that. They will create turnovers. They will go fast. If Trae Young's not hitting those step-up threes, in motion, pick and roll with Capella, and they're not moving the offense well, I think Hornets going to win this game by a mile.
I think you are. Well, again, I love us being right. These last few weeks you've been on this, man.
I've been looking at this for the last 7 hours.
I
went and looked at the old games and the pace of play efficiency rate for the Hawks. It's way down without Collins, and the Hornets play so high.
I will only say this: the Hawks are going through what everyone said was going on in Dallas last year. It's just too much Trae.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's the downfall, and that's why they're going to lose this game. And it's going to be sad because then how else do they find offense?
Right.
And they're going to have to not do it once, but do it 3 times just to make it to the playoffs.
Yep. So the winner of tonight will play the Cavs, and the winner of that will play the Heat.
So I guess we're both saying Charlotte. Do we think Charlotte can cover against the Cleveland Cavaliers?
I don't know right now in my head. I got to think about it. Who I would take between Cleveland and Charlotte. I got to see how Charlotte plays tonight. I would probably take Cleveland if Jared Allen plays. We'll just do first rounds for now because we kind of already went. We went last episode on the predictions for the NBA Finals. I'm still on that. Still on Warriors. I'm still on Celtics. Still on Bucks. All right, Western Conference. Obviously, we both picked Timberwolves to upset the Grizzlies. I got them upsetting in 6.
I'm at 6. Actually, yeah, I'm at 6 because 5. The Ja's not going out on 5. He's not going out on 5.
And then I've got Pelicans winning tonight, and I've got Pelicans beating the Clippers and being the 8th seed.
No, we talked about this before. So this is your pitch. Get me off the Pelicans.
So this is my pitch for the Pelicans for not only tonight, but for the Clippers game. The Spurs have Dejounte Murray. He's had a great season.
Lovely season.
They've had a great season as a whole. But the regular season and the playoffs, completely different ball games. Spurs, they've been there. Spurs players have not. You got the Pelicans. They've got CJ McCollum. He's been in the playoffs before. He's battled with Lillard. They've had some great games in the playoffs. Haven't gotten as far as they want to, but they've been there. Ingram, he's got a little bit of experience. That team right there on experience, I'll take the Pelicans. Now, when it gets to the game aspect, in the playoffs, what do I want? I want a guy that's going to say, hey, give me the ball. I'm going to go get us 4 points in a row, get us back in the league, get us back. I'm going to go get a basket. I'm Greg Popovich. Josh Primo, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson. On the Pelicans, I got Brandon. I got CJ McCollum. I'm not going to put my money. Dejounte Murray, great player. He's not a go-getter, bucket getter. He's a defensive guy, rebounder. He can dish the basketball here and there. He is a facilitator first, and he is a leader first. But Devin Vassell, Josh Primo, Keldon Johnson, Jacob Poeltl aren't getting me nothing, especially not in a playoff scenario game, not in the fourth quarter. But the Pelicans, I got CJ McCollum. I got Brandon Ingram. I got Jonas Valanciunas, who's going to just throttle Jacob Poeltl tonight. I expect the Pelicans to win this game by 10 plus. And I expect the Pelicans not only to win this game, but go to the Clippers and say, CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, I think this is an undervalued duo in this league. Paul George is looking around. Marcus Morris, need you to hit those threes again. Batum, need you to hit those threes again. Need y'all's help. He ain't going to get it. Give me the Pelicans as the 8th seed. I'm down.
You did good, Squeebs. You did good. You did.
Did I get you?
No.
What?
I mean, you're everything. I will, but like.
So you're taking.
I'm still taking the Spurs. I think you said the thing about experience, but you did mention the one person that has more experience than everybody in the building.
Yes, I get that, but as I said, that guy, superb experience, great coach. He's gonna look around. I'm gonna do a screen. Josh Primo, Devin. Yes, coaching very valuable in the playoffs, very valuable in big games. But you've got to have that big time player. I
think it's DeJounte Murray. This is his time to prove. This is no better time.
DeJounte Murray. I'm saying, I don't know.
Like I'm saying that I am risking to ride on the Spurs. And if you're right, I will commend you. I will go on your Twitter. I will say Squeebs on me.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Because you look at last night. I mean,
it was D'Lo, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards.
Right.
And then all Paul George. The game before, it was Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and then eventually Darius Garland got some points. Yes, you're correct. But we are not getting back-to-back nights just like that. Because even in the Hornets game, that's more committee. That's not two people. That's more committee. And then the Pelicans, it's 2, technically versus 1.
Right.
But that one's a dog. And I say he's one of my favorite players. I'm willing to risk. I will risk the 9-10 game of us being separate.
All right. It's going to be a good game tonight. That's the late game, I'm pretty sure, right? What's the first? The first game is...
The first game? Yeah.
That's the late game. So... that'll be good. We'll see what happens.
I'm willing to risk that one now because when the real show gets going, we've been pretty together. I think we're going to stay in the Western Conference.
All right, so Western Conference. So I've got the Pelicans as the 8th seed moving on. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's going to be enough for the Suns, though.
And even if it's the Spurs or Clippers,
I think the Suns will move on. We both have Timberwolves upset in the 2 seed.
Yep.
Then you got 2 great matchups. I think the Jazz Mavericks is great.
Mm-hmm.
And the Warriors Nuggets is good too. I think the Nuggets don't have Murray and Porter, but I still think Jokic is a mismatch for the Warriors. I think if it could be
a mismatch. He's a fucking MVP.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like,
I'm saying that, like, he's the MVP.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But obviously, I have the Warriors moving on. I think they'll win it about 5 or 6. Jokic will put up 40 and 20 in a game, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to beat the Warriors.
Steph will come back and be a problem.
Jazz Mavericks.
Lucas Capstrain.
I will say, if anyone knows me, knows who I'm picking in this game, because it's the fraudulent teams in the regular season that lose in the playoffs,
right?
And they lose in the playoffs continuously
every year.
And it's time, and I will be tweeting this out. I got the whole thing ready to roll. It's time for Luka Doncic to be a winner on the big stage. And this stage is now. I got the Mavericks beating the Jazz in a miraculous 1 of a million 7-game series.
Oh.
I think it's going to be close. but I think I think it's gonna be close because
Oh,
I just feel like the Mavericks will lose a couple games where they're not able to hit threes because they have to hit threes behind Luka Magic to win certain games. I got Mavericks in 7.
I think his calf strain. I was gonna go sweep. I was gonna say Donovan Mitchell's gonna be pissed. Like this might.
You got Jazz in 4.
No. I got Dallas in 4.
Oh, you got Mavericks in 4. Oh, okay.
But then he got hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I can't go in 4 because that first game is gonna be a little
I
rough.
think this is the 7-game series. I think this is where I think this series it means a lot to home court, and as much as I think certain games are gonna be won because of the home court, but I think the Mavericks are the better team here. So I got Mavericks in 7.
I know guaranteed. I'm not ready to guarantee it, but I think Luka's going to play through whatever. It's a strain, which is
right
concerning, but you can play through that. And like you said, he has to start winning these times, or he's going to become a Harden type player.
Right, exactly.
And I don't think we want that for Luka. I don't see 7. I just think it'll be a bunch of close games to where it's in 5. I think every game's gonna be close. It's gonna be decided within 6 points, and it's gonna be one game. It's like, all right, well, we lost 2 by 1.2 points.
Right.
We couldn't make our free throws, and it's gonna cause the Jazz to change their team.
It could be. But I'm gonna roll 7. I think that's
I'm
my
gonna roll
7 series.
I'm gonna roll 5. I like be a little ballsy. We're together on all of them.
We are together on all of them. Most of them. Well, yeah.
All of them.
We're pretty much together. I gave you 3 teams a couple months ago. I gave you 3 teams last week, and I gave you the same 3 teams this week. It's Warriors, it's Bucks, it's Celtics. That's the 3 teams that I believe that can win the NBA Finals.
I think there's 5 teams in there.
So
I think it's those 3 teams.
Yeah, who are you adding? You're adding the.
I'm adding. I'm not adding the Nets.
Who are you adding?
Well, actually, by necessity, it's 6 teams then. By necessity, it's
who are you adding?
Adding the Nets, adding the Mavericks, and I'm adding the Nuggets.
Oh, Nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh please, no, the Nuggets ain't getting past the Warriors.
Right, but if
they do,
if they do, who's guarding Jokic?
Yeah.
Because that means
what would be an electric final? An absolutely electric finals. Nuggets, Sixers.
Embiid versus Jokic. Ooh.
I think I'm actually gonna bet on a Nuggets Sixers finals because
hell no, Squeebs, save your money.
No, I know, but sometimes when those things happen, it's like,
I wish I would have.
Yeah.
I mean, just if I'm just being real, Memphis, they got Steven Adams, they got Jaren Jackson, they got size, but like,
yeah, no,
they're not stopping him.
That would be funny though.
I mean, that's
even
play for the best center in the league. Then
I think even Nuggets Bucks would be interesting too. Jokic and Giannis,
and we've seen Jokic get buckets to DeAndre Ayton, and we know good and damn well Dallas has nobody for him. Rudy Gobert's not going to make it because Dallas is going to beat them. And if Rudy Gobert does play against Jokic is just going to step out and play at the high post.
Yeah, and
we've seen Rudy can't guard out there. And Jokic has been doing something that we really haven't talked about this year, is driving to the basket.
Yeah.
So I think, I know they don't have Murray. I know they don't have Porter. But damn it, we're giving the ball to the technically best player in the league with MVP. So that's my 6 teams. I'm around with them.
It's gonna be an interesting week. It's gonna be an interesting week leading up to the playoff startage.
Hey, and then good luck to you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need it, but
no, you're gonna need it. It's just playoffs, man. My team's not out there, so
I'm gonna say this now, dude. I'm super, super excited. I can't stand Kyrie Irving.
I know you can't.
You watching him just talk after the game. I'm good, dude. Like, and I trust me, I got the video saved. It's all ready to roll with Kyrie stepping on the freaking court and shit. And yeah, goodbye. I hope they shouldn't even let him in the building. To be honest with you,
they gotta let him in the building. He has to play, man.
Not only should he not be allowed in Toronto, he should not be allowed to play on Sunday.
Oh, that's another thing for the Sixers series. But these Tybalt can't even play there.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah,
that's why we need Toronto out of there.
Kyrie's, yeah, gross.
Yeah.
Super pumped for Sunday.
You're funny. You Celtics fans,
if you want to see some live reactions, you better go follow me on Twitter and TikTok because I'll be all over that shit on Sunday. 3 o'clock Eastern time. Celtics and Nets, and then we're gonna hop back on here probably Monday or Tuesday. Recap the first couple games of the NBA playoffs. Recap who's in the playoffs officially, and we'll probably make some more predictions for sure.
When we give you my team that I'm supporting the most?
Yeah, we need to know Marcus's team before the playoffs start so that when the playoffs do start, he doesn't jump back and forth.
Well, I have 5. I have 5 teams I'm going to be like,
yeah, well, who's your 1?
It's the Spurs.
They're not going to be in the playoffs.
I mean, hoping. That's why I said wishful thinking of playing.
All right, so we'll have to get your next team later after they lose tonight. Okay, got it.
Potential. And then I'll give you the teams after them. I'm rolling with Dallas. I'm rolling with the Nuggets. I'm now rolling with the Timberwolves because D'Lo and Anthony Edwards. I like that. And then on East, I'm going Bucks and I'm going Boston.
Let's fucking go.
I will be. There's nothing wrong I can say if Boston beats the Nets. I'll be like, damn, let's go.
Yeah, give me the Celtics, and then
I knew I couldn't. I've been hiding it for a few weeks of me like not saying I'm gonna cheer for your team, but like I'll cheer for your team.
You got to cheer for the Celtics against the freaking bozo Nets with the 2 of probably the most hated players in the league. So whatever.
I mean, but I'm cheering for great basketball. That's all I want.
Give me the Celtics. I'll be rooting on the Western side for the Warriors and Timberwolves, most likely. That's who I'm rooting for. Because
there's sleeper. 2 teams I won't cheer for though.
Well, I'm only cheering for the Timberwolves and Warriors because the Timberwolves are my sleeper and the Warriors are my future NBA Finals champion. So gotta root for those.
2 teams I won't cheer for. Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Phoenix Suns.
Both
of them. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like the Heat. I don't like the Suns.
Great regular seasons though. Win a championship.
I won't root for the Suns. I will not root for the Heat. I honestly will not. You won't see me speak a word rooting for the Memphis Grizzlies because everybody wants Memphis Grizzlies. Everyone rides Memphis Grizzlies. And the Memphis Grizzlies are fraudulent as well as the Jazz. But we're going to see what happens. We'll hop on next week. Playoffs start officially Saturday. The biggest game of the day is 3 o'clock Eastern time Sunday. Celtics and Nets. It's going to be electric. And I'm going to
miss you, Bron.
Yeah, shout out LeBron James.
1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Got a shot yet now because no one's going to talk about you during the playoffs. All right, that's going to do it for this.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we're going to see him in the playoffs.
Will we see him courtside at any of the games?
Yes. Oh, 100%. Guaranteed. He's definitely going to show up for the Phoenix Suns if they make it to the finals.
Okay, I get that.
He is definitely going to. I can see this. He's going to be at a Warriors game.
Oh God.
He's going to be at a Warriors game, and then he's going to go to the
him being at the Warriors game smells like a Skip Bayless tweet already. Oh, LeBron James courtside at Golden State game. Oh, he's already best friends with Steph Curry, looking for to be on the Warriors next year.
Another one. I'm gonna give you another one's gonna piss you off even more. He's gonna be at a Nets game.
Nah, you know where he's gonna be at?
He's gonna be at a Nets game. Be in Brooklyn with Jay-Z.
I could see LeBron. He smells like a guy that wants to go to Memphis. Because everybody loves Memphis. Everyone loves John Morant.
He's not going to go to no damn Memphis, Tennessee, bro. He only goes there twice a year.
That's it for me. I'm done.
He's gonna be in Brooklyn with Jay-Z. It's gonna be Jay-Z, Beyonce, LeBron. They're gonna be cheering, watching Kevin Durant, Kyrie. Kevin Durant's gonna get his shot in front of him, and then Jason Tatum the second half's gonna get a shot in front of him too. And they'll be like, man, which guy's taking over the best player in the world? Get Durant right in front of LeBron, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, he shot that shot in front of LeBron." Yeah, we know what's gonna happen. He'll be in Brooklyn.
We'll see what happens. Brooklyn is done. Brooklyn is dead. Celtics are alive. Celtics going to the finals to face the Warriors. Warriors beat the Celtics in the finals, or Celtics beat the Warriors in the finals. One of the two is going to happen.
By all means, I don't need your team to the finals because I don't want to deal with the A.
Oh, I'll be there.
Okay, I'll come.
Absolutely, we're going to the fucking finals.
One stipulation: are we going to every game?
Nah.
So there's one game.
Oh no, we'll go to a game, but we'll be there the whole time.
All right, got it. So I'm wearing my LeBron jersey.
All right, whatever. LeBron you gotta bring LeBron to the finals somehow, you know.
Hey, if it's not me, then who?
Exactly. If it's not me, then who? I like that. All right, that's gonna do it for this week's episode. And if you're not telling the picks on Twitter, it's on you. And if you're not following us on TikTok, it's also on you. And if you're not gonna follow the next episode, it's also on you. We will see you next week for the recap of the NBA play-ins, who's in the playoffs, and who do we got going to the finals. I know who I have, but things might change over the course of the next couple of weeks. We'll see what happens. And we will see. Change. Yeah, a lot's going to change. But you know what's not going to change? The Celtics going to the NBA finals. Peace.